Zoom doesn't have built-in certificates, and here's how to fix that. In this video, I will show you how to automate Zoom certificate of attendance so that every participant receives a professional personalized certificate instantly after your webinar ends. To make this happen, all you need are two apps. Zoom, which we will use to get information on your meeting or webinar registrants, and Zoom-Certifier, where we will create and bulk send all personalized certificates to each participant. First things first, let's set up a free Zoom-Certifier account. Just go to certifier.io and click on Sign Up for Free button. You can either type in your email and choose a password, or just use your Google account, whatever's easier for you. I'm a registered user, so I will just log in to my Zoom-Certifier account. It only takes a few seconds, and once you're in, you'll have access to 250 free certificates to start with. Nice and simple. Upon logging in, we're in the Zoom-Certifier dashboard, where you can design, issue, and manage your certificates. To create your Zoom certificate of attendance, go to the Designs tab and click Create Design button, and then choose Create Certificate Design. To make things easier, Zoom-Certifier offers hundreds of ready-to-go certificate designs. You can also use filters for category, style, and color to simplify your search. I will go with this Certificate of Completion template. Now, to add a personal touch, let's replace the placeholder logo with the actual company logo. First, let's remove the placeholder. Then, head to the Upload section, click Upload Image, and choose the file from your computer. I've prepared this logo. Let's make it smaller and place it right here. And we can also adjust branding colors to match the company's style. For example, let's select this text element and slightly change its color. Fonts, alignment, basically anything you see here is fully adjustable. Now let's add something important, a QR code. Zoom-Certifier offers two types of QR codes. Verification QR code, which links to a digital wallet where anyone can confirm if a certificate is valid. This is useful if your recipients want to add their certificates to social media or print them out. Custom QR code can lead to any URL you want, your website, a list of upcoming webinars, or even a submission form. Just paste the URL in this field, and the certificates will generate organic traffic. I will go with the verification one today. Let's make this QR code a little bit smaller and place it right here in the top left corner of our design. Alright, done. You might also notice some text in brackets on the certificate, like recipient name or issue date. These are not static text. They are dynamic attributes. With attributes, you can create a single design that will be used to generate hundreds of personalized certificates in just a few clicks. For example, recipient name will turn into the actual name of your webinar attendee once we finish the setup. Just trust the process. And a little lifehack. To see how the certificate will look with actual data, click Preview and test the layout with any sample recipient info. Once you are happy with the design, go ahead and click Create Certificate Design. And now we need to tell Zoom-Certifier a little bit more about your webinar. All you have to do is go to the Groups tab and click Create a Group. Let's name the group Zoom Webinars 2026, choose a certificate design we just created, and hit Save. Next, add some detail about your event in the Enhanced Description section. Here, you can explain which skills your recipients needed to earn this award and what the webinar series was about. This helps make your certificates much more meaningful. When it comes to delivering your certificates, you can also set up a custom email sender and create a branded email template. This not only looks professional, but also ensures that your recipients won't hesitate to open their certificates. Once everything looks good, just click Save. Now that our event is set up and ready, let's move on to the next step. Connecting Zoom and Zoom-Certifier. We'll use a native Zoom-Certifier integration. Just go to the Integrations tab in the left sidebar, and here you'll see the list of all available integrations. You can either scroll down or type Zoom in the search bar to find it faster. Zoom-Certifier offers two different automations you can set up. Webinar Ended, which sends certificates of attendance to webinar attendees when a specific webinar finishes. And a Meeting Ended. This sends certificates to your participants after any meeting in your connected Zoom account ends. If you run scheduled webinars, choose Webinar Ended. If you run recurring meetings or trainings, choose Meeting Ended. In this tutorial, we are going to use Webinar Ended. Now, quick concept explanation. A trigger is when something happens in Zoom, and action is what Zoom-Certifier does because of it. You can think of it as a simple flow, Zoom to Zoom-Certifier. Zoom provides the attendance data, and Zoom-Certifier generates and sends the certificates. No manual work needed. Now let's set up the Zoom trigger. You'll need to connect your Zoom account and make sure that you have admin access, otherwise the connection won't work. The webinar ended trigger is already chosen, so all you have to do is click here to continue. Let's switch over to Zoom for a moment. Here's a sample webinar we'll use for this automation. You can see the title, schedule time, and the participant list. All the information that Certifier will pull automatically. Back in Certifier, you can select a specific webinar you want to monitor or leave it blank to issue certificates for all webinars. Let's click Submit and move on to the action. Now let's set up the Certifier action. To issue certificates automatically to all participants after the webinar, we need the event issue credential. Then, under group name, I will select the Zoom Webinars 2026 from the drop-down list. The only required fields for issuing certificates are the recipient name and the recipient email, but you can also map fields like issue date. So let's map these fields from Zoom where the webinar registrants' names are stored, and then do the same for email addresses. Now everything is set. Click Submit and then activate the automation. And now let's test it by ending a webinar I have previously registered to. And here it is. You can preview how it will look for your webinar attendees by clicking View and then Recipient View. And that's it! With a simple setup, your webinar attendees will receive a branded email sent from recognizable address right to their inbox. By clicking the unique link, they will open their digital wallet where their shiny, verifiable certificate is waiting for them. Recipients can proudly share it on LinkedIn and other social media platforms, download it as PDF, or simply copy the link and paste it wherever they need. And of course, anyone can check the certificate validity by clicking the Verify button. Everything your attendees need, available in just a few clicks. Congratulations! Your Zoom certificate automation is now complete. Now you know how to create and send a Zoom certificate of attendance, and you won't have to waste hours of manual work on creating and distributing personalized certificate to each participant. If you are looking for a Zoom certificate of attendance template I've used in this video, I will leave the link to it in the description down below. Remember, you can customize it with your own branding and send it to 250 webinar participants completely for free. Also, if you are a fan of blog content, we have the same tutorial available in the text format on our website, so make sure to check it out. This is it for me. Thank you so much for being with me today, and I see you in the next video. Bye!